So, Hugh Percival Lockcross has joined the primordial Vanta Lord. This really has gotten out of hand. I never thought I'd have to draw this sword again. What's the time dilation here? So, we're on Earth. That makes sense why my tusks nor my ears have grown in yet. So, do we have an estimate on when the others are going to arrive? Of course. We don't pick sides here. We neutralize threats, we minimize casualties, and we take care of damage control. That's what we do. That's what we have always done. Well, there's no time to waste. Let's get to work. Godspeed, my friends. The Half-Orc Supreme walks this realm once again. Watching the events surrounding the Vantalord and the Rogue unfold have reminded me of a couple lessons that a former mentor taught me. First, destruction is the first step of creation. Second, chaos is imperative when inciting great change. The Rogue cries for chaos, and many echo his plea. But what I hear are the voices of many crying out desperately for change. Amidst this chaos, the destruction of walls and borders that once separated us have fallen. With the toppling of these barriers, many sparks have lit a fire within many of us. A fire of passion and creativity, something this realm has been without for far too long. My eyes have beheld a great many things I did not think they'd witness. The Dark Ringmaster has returned from his leave. The Wordsmith has taken back his crown. The Vantalord calls for order, but from this chaos I have seen new life begin to grow, and I have seen hope restored in the hearts of many, of which there was none before. If you ask me why I still refrain from taking sides, my answer is this. Why do the leaves fall with the changing seasons? Because it is simply nature taking its course. In my childhood, legends spoke of a great and noble leader who lived and died believing in one ultimate truth. Freedom is the right to all sentient beings. There are those out there like me, where these teachings have been instilled unto them and inspire them to do great good. But now I fear history repeats itself. Even as we speak, the Vantalord amasses his armies. War is upon us. I side not with the rogue nor the historian, but just like the heroes of legend, I too stand in direct opposition to the faces of tyranny. This message goes out to those who wish not to sit idly by, nor do they desire to pick a side. You are not alone, and we are many. Now let them tremble. Wizard Hendrix, it appears you've been alerted to my presence here in this realm, but I fear we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. Allow me to indulge why I am here. Many realities are converging onto this one as we speak. This in and of itself is a multiversal threat. My job here is to neutralize threats, minimize casualties, and take care of damage control. I am also here to send beings from my realm back home. However, the greatest threat that I see here is the Vantalord himself. The realities have converged to answer his call. So if the multiverse is what it is you are concerned about, then you and I are on the same side. Those who follow the Vantalord all have their own reason. What is the reason that you joined? And is that reason worth lending your talents to an ultimately political agenda? Regardless, I hope you understand why I refuse to concede. Take care, friend. Look at you, growling like an orc. Tell me, just how much of yourself have you forsaken? How much of yourself have you forgotten? I have exactly 5 seconds to explain what it is you're doing here. To remind you of exactly who you are, the Half-Orc Supreme. I'm listening. You walk around roaring like an orc, but you forget that the Supreme is a title bestowed only unto elves. Don't forget that it was your elvish ancestor who was the first Supreme. You walk around with an orcish-style blade, even though it is crafted with elven steel. And I haven't seen you call for your wand once since you got here. Is this what the first Supreme has come to do? To remind me that I am unworthy? No, quite the opposite, actually. I've come to remind you that you are the most worthy of us all. You simply aren't acting like it. My apologies. None are needed, Jakel, but you're going to need all the help that you can get. Thank you? I hate when he does that. My goddess, I call out to you now, for I am troubled. The first Supreme came to me earlier today, and that conversation left me a little off-put. After that conversation, there was ultimately one thing lingering in my mind. What was he doing in this realm to begin with? He seemed exceptionally critical about my blade, something that he had never expressed in the past. He and I both know very well what elvish steel does to a primordial being, and it matters not what shape it is taking, so long it is crafted by an elf. If my suspicions are correct, I fear that the first Supreme has sided with the Vanta Lord. Imagine what could happen if the power of the Supreme were left in the hands of such a being. If my suspicions are true, that means that the first Supreme must be stopped, no matter the cost. I pray this message reaches you before it's too late. Andriel. Damn it. Would you be so kind as to enlighten me on exactly what it is you are doing here in this realm? How long have you been here? I need not explain anything to you. So you've elected not to defend yourself. Defend myself? Against what? On the conclusions that my inferences have brought me to. And what, pray tell, might those conclusions be? That you plan to thwart the alliance being forged between the Sisterhood, the Aunties, and the Trans Alliance. Now tell me, how did you figure that out? Call it intuition. Now you sound like your mother. If you know what's best for you, you'll leave my mother out of this. If you are standing against me, then you are standing against the Interdimensional High Council. I will do what I must to prevent the power of the Supreme from falling into the hands of the Vanta Lord. So be it, kid. Damn it, Jakel, why do you gotta make this so difficult? Because it is my job as the current Supreme to be the protector and defender of all of the realms. Protector of what? Get over yourself. Look around you. Everything is falling apart. There's nothing left. Then I will protect the lives of innocents who will suffer needlessly if nature isn't allowed to take its course. Jakel, the lore of the Supreme is a lie. It's plagiarized from a television show in this realm. If this is true, then what is it you want with that wand if it's not the wand of the Supreme? That wand? It's my wand, Jakel. What did you think it was? You know what? Save your answer. I don't care anymore. Whatever you did think it was, unfortunately, I'll be needing it back. And I can't allow you to get in my way any longer. What's the meaning of this? Ah! What in the nine hells? So, Andriel, I suppose you forgot that I had siblings both in the Sisterhood and in the Trans Alliance. What? God, that doesn't explain why wand isn't working. When I first arrived here, a wizard by the name of Hendrix alerted me to a dark magic that I was wielding. I could only conclude that it was coming from your wand. So I destroyed it, and that's when I realized that the legend of the Supreme was a lie. You're gonna be stuck here forever! If that is the price that I have to pay to prevent our realm's magic from falling into the hands of the Vanta Lord, then so be it. Good morrow, Jackie. You know, to this day, you're still the only person who gets away with that. Good morrow to you as well. How come your ears and tusks haven't grown in yet? Why hasn't your physical body manifested yet? Ah, good point. Hey, what's how you doing with your sword? Ah, yes. I've been putting some work into it because magic works just a little bit differently here. Honestly, this realm is quite fascinating. Did you know Asmodeus exists in this realm as well? Huh, what do you know? Somehow that actually makes sense. This realm is fascinating. I found this book dedicated entirely as a catalog of their archfiends. However, here they call them demons or infernals. Uh-huh. Leave it to you to look into the dark magic first. That is a fair and astute observation. However, it's not only the dark magic that I've been looking into. See, this actually has a completely different meaning here that somehow winds up meaning very similar things. This place is fascinating. It's like everything about our realm somehow exists in the myths and legends of the people here. Honestly, that is fascinating, but what about the Vanta War? Ah, yes, the Vanta War. Things seem to have calmed down and subsided, for now. So it looks like I'm going to be here at least for a little while longer before I actually try finding a way home. Which isn't exactly a bad thing, considering this place has so many wonderful things to offer. The food, the fiction, the coffee. Exquisite. Ah, so we're going to be staying here a while. Since that be the case, you might want to find some new clothes so you can blend in a little bit better. You look like a vagabond. I'm sorry, excuse me? A vagabond? Did you just call me a hobo? Yeah, I guess I did. Now come on, Wreck-It Ralph, we've got some work to do. That reference completely escapes me. And you know that, don't you? Nope, but now I do. Your point still stands, though. I need new clothes. Now, here we go, off to find a tailor. This is going to be an adventure. Jarl of the Norse Forge. I hear that you and a few friends are taking the fight to the Vanta Lord. Friends such as Tank Tolman and the Cali Viking. I cannot begin to express how much this excites me. Tell me, have you ever fought alongside an orc before? The orcs of the land from which I hail are very similar to the Vikings of this realm. Proud and noble warriors willing to fight and die for the things in which they believe in. Unfortunately, at this time, I am unable to pledge any oaths of fealty. However, you can rest assured that just like we have enemies in common, we have friends in common as well. This alone is enough for me to lend my sword and my magic to aid in this upcoming conflict. I stand with you now, ready to fight the forces of tyranny. Now let them tremble, for we are many.
Good evening. Oh, hey, your ears grew in. Nice.
Good evening to you as well, Dee. Thank you for noticing my ears. Are you prepared for the morrow?
What are we doing tomorrow?
Jarl Norseforge has welcomed us to the north.
Really?
Yes, really. Otherwise I wouldn't be sharpening my sword.
Hell yeah! When do we leave?
We'll be leaving at first light. However, it'll be a long journey. Our first destination is a tavern just outside of Ragnar's Pass. Many others who are traveling to the north will be there as well.
Okay, but what if it's a trap?
Between you and me, I'm expecting as such. However, if there's any chance of running into somebody from our home, I will gladly take the risk.
Who do you think from home is going to be there?
Honestly, no idea, but there's only one way to find out. Oh, by the gods, the sun is so bright in this realm! Oh my god! It's egg, it's beef, it's bacon. Whichever god put this in my way today, thank you! I'm not sure if I understand what the interstate is, but we're about to find out. Not all who wander are lost. However, I sure as hell am. If we're supposed to be traveling to the north, then why in the hell are we going south? Oh, I love this song!